Here, in Venezuela's capital, an effigy of the president of El Salvador and photos of U.S. President Donald Trump burn in the streets. The public outrage comes as the two leaders angered Venezuelan officials. Since March, the United States has deported over 200 Venezuelans to El Salvador. They are accused of being members of the notorious Tren de la Aragua gang, which many of their relatives and lawyers deny. On Sunday, the country's president offered to repatriate 252 Venezuelans in exchange for the same number of Salvadorans, who he considers to be political prisoners.
Unlike our detainees, many of whom have committed murder and rape, and others who have been arrested multiple times before being deported, your political prisoners have committed no crime. The only reason they are imprisoned is because they opposed you and your electoral fraud.
But Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro rejected the proposal, describing the detention of its citizens in El Salvador as kidnapping.
He acknowledges El Salvador has 252 Venezuelans in prisons at its disposal, without trial, without judges, the right to due process, the right to defense, and he refuses to publish proof of life for each of them.
The Venezuelans in question are currently being held in El Salvador's Cicot high-security prison that critics have called a black hole for human rights. On Saturday, the U.S. Supreme Court ordered the Trump administration to pause its deportation of alleged gang members to El Salvador, a ruling which Trump has publicly challenged.